What if I were to tell you that you possess everything necessary to achieve greatness, and the sole barrier between you and your success is your self-perception? The belief the world has in you is a reflection of how much you believe in yourself. Conduct yourself as if you are the best. Enter every space with the assurance that you belong there. Communicate with the confidence of someone who has already emerged victorious. Train your mind to recognize without question that no one is superior to you, not because you consider yourself flawless or possess all the solutions, but because you refuse to let doubt hinder your progress. You understand that success isn't reserved for a select few. It is seized by those who recognize they are worthy of it. Desire is the cornerstone of all achievement. Every monumental success begins with a fervent desire, not a fleeting wish or a nebulous dream, but an intense obsession with your objective. The individuals who triumph in life don't merely wish for success. They must possess it. Their desire propels them through every challenge, setback, and failure. Take a moment to contemplate the remarkable achievers throughout history, those who transform the world through relentless determination and drive. For instance, Thomas Edison faced over 1,000 failures before successfully inventing the light bulb. Did he simply desire success? No, he was consumed by the need to bring his vision to fruition. He viewed his success as inevitable, regardless of how many hurdles he faced. So ask yourself, what do you genuinely desire? Not what society expects you to want, nor what appears safe or reasonable, but what ignites passion within you. What vision keeps you up at night? What objective would you pursue, even if it meant experiencing failure countless times? That is your burning desire, the motivation that will propel you forward when obstacles arise. Once you define this goal, write it down, make it tangible. Research indicates that documenting your goals significantly enhances your likelihood of achieving them. Why? Because it transforms them from vague concepts into clear targets. When you commit something to paper, it becomes tangible. It becomes a commitment. Visualize it clearly in your mind every single day. This practice of visualization is one of the strongest success tools available, utilized by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers to train their minds for victory. When you can envision yourself reaching your goals and feel it as if it has already transpired, you build unstoppable momentum. Your mind begins to work towards actualizing that vision. Yet, visualization alone isn't sufficient. You must also operate under the assumption that reaching your goal is a certainty. Many people dream, but only a few take real action. They often wait for the ideal moment, the right conditions, or an assurance of success. The reality is that success is for those who act, who embrace risks, and who venture into the unknown with steadfast belief. Success isn't merely luck, it's rooted in commitment, showing up every day, putting in the effort, and persisting even when the going gets tough, even when you lack motivation, even when others declare it impossible. Here lies the secret. As soon as you declare that your success is non-negotiable, the universe aligns in your favor. You will draw in the right people, the right opportunities, and the right situations. You'll cultivate the resilience to navigate setbacks, and most crucially, you'll evolve into the person deserving of the success you seek. So, decide today. No more excuses, no more procrastination. Transform your desire into an obsession. Write it down, visualize it, feel it, and then take massive action. Those who succeed in life don't simply wish for success. They demand it and persist until they achieve it. It requires faith, believing in yourself when no one else will. What your mind can envision and believe, it can achieve. Success isn't just about hard work. It's about fostering an unwavering belief in your eventual success. This belief forms the bedrock upon which all significant accomplishments rest. When the odds are stacked against you and the world insists that you can't do it, it is that faith that propels you forward, force that drives your progress. Without it, challenges can seem overwhelming. Yet, with this force, even the most unattainable aspirations become achievable. Faith is not merely an abstract sentiment, it's a daily decision. You need to awaken each morning and choose to trust in yourself, regardless of the setbacks, failures, or doubts that might infiltrate your thoughts. It's easy to have faith when everything is going smoothly, but true belief shines through when the situation appears dire. In such moments, you must remain resolute and assure yourself, I am capable, I am deserving, and I will achieve my goals. The greatest thinkers of all time recognized this truth. Henry Ford transformed the automobile sector not due to an abundance of resources, but because he believed in his vision. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection and hardships numerous times, yet persisted because she refused to accept defeat. These remarkable individuals did not allow the world to define their value. Instead, they projected their beliefs onto the world, compelling it to respond accordingly. Your mind serves as a formidable tool. It can either propel you toward success or pull you into a void of doubt and failure. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you hold the belief that failure is your destiny, your unconscious choices will lead you there. Conversely, if you wholeheartedly believe that success is a certainty, your actions will mirror that assurance, and the universe will align with that belief. This isn't merely about blind positivity. It's about harmonizing your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your aspirations. It requires nurturing an unwavering belief that success is not a question of if, but when. Your mind must be conditioned to anticipate success. When you achieve this, you will notice opportunities where others perceive barriers, and solutions will surface where others can only identify issues. However, belief alone is insufficient. You need to take action, making bold strides toward your vision. You must persist, even when the outcomes aren't immediately visible. The journey to success is seldom straightforward. It's fraught with challenges and obstacles, challenges, setbacks, and rejections. Yet those who persist in their journey, fueled by an unwavering belief in themselves, are the ones that ultimately reach their goals. Consider this. What would you do if you were completely certain of your success? How would you present yourself? What would your communication sound like? How would you tackle challenges? Embrace the mindset of someone who is already successful, and before long, your reality will fall in line with that belief. True winners don't wait for outside affirmation. They cultivate their own confidence and compel the world to acknowledge their value. The reality is that no one will have faith in you until you first believe in yourself. Likewise, no one will invest in your aspirations if you can't bring yourself to invest in them at the outset. If you doubt your abilities, the world will reflect that uncertainty right back to you. Conversely, when you carry an air of confidence and act as if your success is assured, opportunities, partners, and resources will gravitate toward you like a magnet. Ultimately, success is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It isn't reserved solely for the fortunate or the privileged. It belongs to those who have the audacity to believe in themselves when no one else does. Your potential is not determined by others. It is defined by you. Therefore, rise each day and choose to believe and take actions as if you are already victorious. Eventually, the world will have no option but to acknowledge your achievements. Now, let's talk about autosuggestion, training your mind for success. The most accomplished individuals in history, such as John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, and Henry Ford, recognized a core principle. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every invention, every groundbreaking idea, every empire began as a simple thought before manifesting in the world. What you think about yourself, your capabilities, and your future guides the actions you will take, ultimately crafting the life you build. Your mind functions like a powerful computer, incessantly executing programs based on the beliefs you embed within it. If you program it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will function accordingly, leading you toward failure and despair. If you fill it with doubt, anxiety, and pessimism, and it will function correspondingly, steering you toward failure and negativity. Conversely, if you intentionally program your mind for success and choose to nourish it with confidence, ambition, and assurance, your life will undergo a remarkable transformation right before your eyes. Each day, you must seize control of this programming. The environment around you is rife with distractions, negativity, and individuals who will tell you that success is out of reach. However, it is you who must determine which thoughts take root in your mind. You need to actively rewire your brain for success. How? By voicing strong affirmations, by picturing yourself achieving your goals, and by training your subconscious mind to anticipate success. Upon rising each morning before the day unfolds, assert your dominance over your own life. Stand tall, look at yourself in the mirror, and declare, "I am the best. I am unstoppable. I am destined for greatness." Initially, your mind may resist. Years of negative conditioning might murmur doubts of, "What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough?" Ignore those whispers. They are merely echoes of a past you're moving beyond. Continue to repeat your affirmations and strengthen your belief, for over time, your mind will accept these statements as truths. Once your mind accepts it, your actions will follow suit. Your thoughts shape your emotions, and those emotions fuel your actions. If you believe you're unstoppable, you'll carry yourself with confidence. If you see success as guaranteed, you will push through obstacles. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you'll attract opportunities that others overlook. Yet, belief alone is insufficient. You must act in accordance with that belief. A champion doesn't merely claim they are great, they train, practice, and hone their skills daily. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just dream of wealth, they take calculated risks, innovate, and outwork their rivals. So ask yourself, what would the best version of you do today? How would the most successful you think? And conduct themselves as if they are already living that life. Don't wait for tomorrow or for conditions to seem just right. Begin this transformation immediately. Consistency is crucial. The more you affirm, visualize, and align your actions with success, the more instinctive it will become. It transitions from merely being a practice to becoming part of your identity. Once success is an inherent aspect of who you are, nothing can hinder your progress. The world might try to mold you, and society may impose limitations, but remember, you are in control of your thoughts and, consequently, your reality. Your mind is your most potent weapon. Nurture it, direct it, and unleash its fullest potential. Start each day with a powerful declaration. I am the best. I am unstoppable. Because when you embrace this belief, the world will have no choice but to acknowledge it as well. As for knowledge, simply having a broad understanding isn't sufficient. To succeed, you need specialized expertise. The world doesn't reward those who just know a bit about everything. It favors those who master a specific field. The top achievers, the most innovative creators, and the wealthiest individuals share a common trait. They excel in a particular domain. Mere hard work will not suffice, as many diligently toil every day and remain entrapped in mediocrity. The reason? They lack the profound knowledge essential to distinguish themselves. The divide between the ordinary and the extraordinary is mastery. The best in the world are not just those who exert effort. They are individuals who hone their abilities to elite standards, giving them an advantage that others lack. So consider what you need to master. Which skill, knowledge, or area of expertise can set you apart? This is the crucial question that differentiates the winners from the rest. To reach the pinnacle of your field, you must acquire knowledge that others do not possess. You should cultivate an understanding so deep and nuanced that it makes you indispensable. This demands an unwavering dedication to learning. You must engage in studying, read extensively, and absorb insights from the best. Seek out mentors, analyze their methodologies, and put those strategies into practice. Their lessons immerse yourself in literature that challenges and broadens your perspective. Observe the leaders in your field and dissect what contributes to their achievements. Do not settle for superficial comprehension. Delve deeply into the intricacies and master the finer details. In today's landscape, information is abundantly available, but merely consuming it passively won't suffice. You need to take decisive action. Knowledge without practical application is simply unfulfilled potential. Many individuals read books or attend seminars, yet fail to implement their newfound insights. The true strength of specialized knowledge lies in its application. Try it out in real-life situations. Experiment. fail, adjust, refine, and persist until your knowledge transforms into skill, and that skill evolves into mastery. Once you attain mastery, your value increases significantly. The market rewards expertise. Businesses, clients, and customers do not seek out generalists. They look for specialists who can address their challenges more effectively than anyone else. The more valuable your knowledge becomes, the more doors will open for you. As your skills become more nuanced, your indispensable nature grows. However, here's the crucial point. Mastery is a moving target. Continuous learning is essential. The moment you believe you've arrived is the moment you risk falling behind. The world is constantly shifting, industries transform, and new insights surface. To remain at the forefront, you must keep evolving. The top performers consistently strive for improvement, so make a commitment to chase mastery now. Identify a specific field, skill, or industry that resonates with your ambitions and commit to it fervently. Dive deep. Study with relentless determination. Absorb every scrap of knowledge available, and most importantly, apply what you've learned. Let your actions define you against the backdrop of the crowd. General knowledge keeps you at an average level, while specialized knowledge empowers you. Be the person who knows what others don't and who has mastered what many only dabble in, and watch as the world rewards you for your dedication. The primary causes of failure often stem from the inability to make decisions. This hesitation and the constant cycle of second-guessing act as silent assassins to aspirations. Opportunities are lost not due to a lack of potential, but because individuals overthink, dwell on uncertainties, and wait for an elusive, perfect moment. Indecision crushes dreams. It acts as a venom that stifles action and secures mediocrity. Each moment spent in doubt, overanalyzing, or waiting for the ideal situation is a moment irretrievably lost. The most accomplished individuals worldwide grasp this concept. They make rapid, confident decisions, relying on their judgment, instincts, and capacity to navigate challenges as they arise. They require no endless validation or reassurance. They choose, act, and make necessary adjustments. Consider the most esteemed leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries throughout history. They didn't seek permission to pursue their aspirations, nor did they linger in endless debates over possible outcomes. They advanced with urgency and determination. Henry Ford transformed the automotive industry by taking bold steps. Often the line between triumph and failure hinges on a straightforward choice. Will you take action or will you delay? The world favors those who act rather than those who hesitate. The most successful people across all domains do not squander time doubting themselves. They determine, commit, and execute. And here's the reality. Perfection isn't a prerequisite. You don't need all the answers before you take the first step. You simply need to begin. Many believe they require more information, certainty, or experience to take action, but that's a misconception. Clarity emerges from action, not from incessant contemplation. The more choices you make, the keener your instincts become. The more risks you undertake, the better you learn to handle uncertainty. Accomplished individuals recognize that even a flawed decision is superior to no decision at all. Why? Because every choice leads to learning, experience, and growth. Even errors can drive you forward. Failure is not an adversary. It's an opportunity for progress. Action is what truly matters. The real threat lies not in making the wrong decision, but in failing to make any decision at all. Consider this. How often have you delayed a choice only to miss out on a golden opportunity? How many instances of uncertainty have hindered your advancement? Now reflect on what could occur if you resolved right now to progress with unwavering confidence. How much further along would you already be? The moment has come to believe in yourself. It's time to act as if you are the best, for those at the top don't squander time doubting their every step. They forge ahead with boldness, learning and evolving as they go. They don't wait for certainty. They forge it themselves. So make that choice. Put an end to overthinking and pause your hesitation. Whatever dream, ambition, or vision you possess, commit to it. Step forward with assuredness. The world is won by those who choose, who are committed, and who execute. Become that person and witness your life transform. Persistence is key. Refuse to back down. No significant success comes without hurdles. The journey to achievement is never without its bumps. It includes failures, setbacks, and trials meant to challenge your resolve. Historically, every remarkable achiever, be it Henry Ford or Thomas Edison, faced obstacles that could have overwhelmed the average individual, yet they persisted and never surrendered to failure, which is what distinguished them. Failure isn't the final word. It's a lesson, a stepping stone, an essential component of success. Edison encountered setbacks over 1,000 times before he perfected the light bulb. Henry Ford faced bankruptcy numerous times before he transformed the automobile industry. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination, yet none allowed failure to define them. They embraced a vital truth. As long as you continue moving forward, you never truly fail. A prime illustration of resilience can be found in the 1930s during the Great Depression, when millions lost everything, jobs, homes, businesses, in a time of profound suffering. Yet within that crisis lay a chance for those who refused to quit, those who adapted and advanced regardless of the challenges. The question: how many times have you given up just shy of reaching your goals because the journey became too challenging? How many aspirations have you set aside because the hurdles felt insurmountable? Now, visualize what could have transpired if you had persevered. Envision where you could be today if you refused to relent. You need to condition your mentality to interpret obstacles as challenges rather than barriers. The hardships you face are what define you, and the discomfort only serves to fortify your resolve. Each time you overcome a setback, you grow stronger, wiser, and better equipped for the victories that lie ahead. There will be instances when the urge to quit overwhelms you, when uncertainty creeps in, and you find yourself questioning the worthiness of your pursuits. In those moments, remind yourself that as long as you keep pressing on, you haven't truly failed. The only genuine failure is stopping short of the finish line. Everything else is merely part of your journey. Success is the province of the steadfast. The true champions of the world are not those who have never faced failure. They are those who keep moving forward while others falter, who never allowed setbacks to deter them. So make the choice now. Regardless of the obstacles you encounter, no matter how tough the journey becomes, dedicate yourself to pushing ahead. Act as if defeat is not in your cards, because when giving up isn't an option, success becomes a certainty. The seventh point is about mastermind groups. The company you keep significantly impacts your journey. One of the most crucial secrets to success lies in the individuals surrounding you. They will shape your potential to achieve. No one reaches their pinnacle alone. Even the highest achievers in history did not attain their greatness in solitude. They cultivated robust networks, formed powerful partnerships, and surrounded themselves with those who ignited their ambitions. The most accomplished individuals are acutely aware of the significance of their associations. They form mastermind groups, teams filled with like-minded people who challenge, uplift, and motivate them to elevate their game. These groups transcend mere social gatherings. They are breeding grounds for success, where ideas are honed, strategies crafted, and mindsets strengthened. When you place yourself in the company of champions, you're compelled to think, act, and perform at an elevated level. Consider this. Have you ever noted how those around you impact your mindset, habits, and aspirations? If you're spending time with individuals who complain, make justifications, and settle for mediocrity, you will subconsciously adopt their mindset. Conversely, if you surround yourself with those who dream big, anticipate excellence, and relentlessly pursue improvement, you will naturally ascend to their level. Take Henry Ford, for instance. He had Thomas Edison and other innovators within his circle. Despite their competitive nature, they propelled each other to think broader and innovate deeper. Success isn't solely about personal effort. It's about harnessing the strength of collaboration. Your reality is shaped by your surroundings. If you associate with those who are satisfied with the status quo, your ambitions will likely diminish to fit that environment. However, aligning with those who constantly seek greatness will elevate you to new heights. Their energetic mindset and determination can propel you beyond your believed limitations. So, how can you establish a formidable network? How do you create your own mastermind group? Begin by seeking out individuals who inspire you. Connect with those who have already accomplished what you're aiming for. Learn from them, observe their routines, and if you can, reach out to them personally. If in-person access isn't feasible, absorb their insights through literature, podcasts, or online resources. Secondly, rid yourself of negative influences. You don't need to completely eliminate certain individuals from your life, but it's crucial to shield your mind from toxic vibes. Steer clear of those who drain your enthusiasm, instill doubt, or promote limited thinking. Thirdly, contribute value to those around you. Strong relationships thrive on mutual benefit, so if you wish to network with influential and successful individuals, ask yourself, what can I contribute? Offer insights, support, and encouragement. Evolve into someone who elevates others, and you'll naturally draw high-caliber individuals into your space. Finally, hold yourself accountable to a higher standard. If you strive to be around great thinkers, you must elevate your own performance. Expect excellence from yourself and commit to personal growth. Never settle for mediocrity. Achieving success is not solely reliant on talent or hard work. It requires placing yourself in an environment where greatness can flourish. If you find yourself amid small-minded individuals, your dreams will diminish. Conversely, surrounding yourself with giants will expand your vision beyond limits. Remember, the people in your vicinity either propel you forward or pull you backward. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who enhance your life and witness just how far you can go. The subconscious mind, manage it or it will govern you. Your subconscious operates like a garden. Whatever you sow in it will flourish. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and failure, they'll take root and thrive. However, if you cultivate seeds of confidence, belief, and success, your life will undergo a transformation beyond your wildest imaginings. The thoughts you routinely nourish your mind with. Yourself, how do you perceive fear? Do you let it dictate your actions, or do you use it as a catalyst for growth? Your mind serves as the bedrock of your reality. Many individuals navigate life without realizing the immense power of their subconscious. They allow negative thoughts, anxieties, and self-doubt to dominate their mindset. Instead of seeking solutions, they concentrate on issues, fixating on failures rather than viewing them as chances for growth. Much like weeds overtaking a garden, these detrimental thoughts suffocate all potential for success. Conversely, those who recognize the influence of the subconscious actively shape their thoughts. They consciously cultivate positive beliefs that propel them forward with relentless momentum. Every day, it's essential to purposefully nourish your mind with positivity. This is not merely a feel-good exercise, but an essential practice. Your mind is continually shaped by external influences such as news, social media, and interactions with others that can sow seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation. If you don't assert control over your mental input, negativity will inevitably take hold. So what can you do? You must become the guardian of your thoughts. Engage with inspiring literature that broadens your perspective. Listen to motivational speeches that fuel your passion, and spend time with individuals who inspire and challenge you. Drown out negativity, dismiss self-doubt, and immerse yourself in an environment that reinforces your belief in achievement. Successful individuals grasp this concept. They don't allow negative thoughts to dictate their actions. They don't linger on past failures or mistakes. Instead, they fill their minds with visions of victory, resilience, and confidence. They visualize their success before it materializes, acting as if triumph is preordained because they understand that when the subconscious accepts these beliefs, reality will shift accordingly. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. By consistently affirming that you are a victor, unstoppable, and that success is a given, your mind will adopt these assertions as truth. Once your subconscious is convinced, your actions will follow suit. Yourself this: are you allowing fear to dictate your choices? Are you letting it overpower your drive? Or are you ready to harness that fear and transform it into a driving force for your success? Every time you confront fear and greet it with action, you are rebuking its power over you. Embrace the discomfort, for it is in those moments that growth occurs. Shift your perspective. See fear not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone toward your aspirations. Understand that every ambitious individual you've admired has faced fear head on. They didn't wait for fear to dissipate. They acted in spite of it. They channeled their apprehensions into motivation. This approach is what separates the triumphant from the stagnant. So, when you find yourself teetering on the edge of doubt, remember that the path to success is paved by those who act resolutely, irrespective of the fears lurking in their minds. Turn your anxieties into fuel for your ambitions. Each challenge you face holds the potential for your next achievement, and it's your choice whether to let fear overshadow it or to use it as a catalyst for change. Be resolute, be bold, acknowledge your fears, but do not be ruled by them. Rather, allow them to indicate where you must go next on your journey toward greatness. Takers viewed the crisis as a chance to thrive. They advanced with conviction, took calculated risks, and ultimately amassed great wealth. Meanwhile, many remained paralyzed by fear. Consider the industrialists, entrepreneurs, and investors from that period. While the general populace hesitated, visionaries such as Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller, and Andrew Carnegie forged ahead. They grasped a key principle of success: fortune favors the brave. Those who lingered for the ideal moment found themselves left behind, while those who embraced opportunities amid uncertainty ascended to prominence. This very principle holds true today. Success is not for those who falter. It belongs to individuals who make daring strides, take significant action, and refuse to let fear dictate their choices. The world does not reward passivity. It rewards those who boldly step forward. So what does this signify for you? It signifies that waiting is an impossible route if you aspire to achieve success. You must act as if success is already yours. Move with assurance. Decide swiftly, adapt as needed, and never allow hesitation to immobilize you. Most individuals do not fail for lack of capability, but for the absence of bravery to take action. They overthink, they doubt themselves, and consequently miss their moment. However, successful people recognize that no opportunity is truly flawless. There will always be risks and uncertainties. Success belongs to those who press onward regardless of uncertain circumstances. Observe today's most successful entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders. They do not linger. They make bold decisions, invest in their growth, trust their intuition, and as a result, they create opportunities in the face of challenges. They act with the unwavering belief that success is unavoidable, and their actions exemplify that conviction. Therefore, reflect on your own situation. Are you waiting for the perfect time? Are you allowing fear to hold you back? Or are you prepared to rise, take risks, and claim what is rightly yours? If you wish to succeed, you must make decisive action a central habit. Ceasing to wait and hesitating, focus on training yourself to advance even when the way ahead seems uncertain. Success originates in your mindset, which is cultivated through action. Act as if failure is not an option. Move as if your success is already secured. In doing so, your actions will naturally begin to resonate with that belief. The world responds to those who refuse to linger. Be one of them. Take courageous action, make fearless choices, and witness how opportunities start to open up for you. Fear stands as the greatest obstacle to success. It immobilizes, erodes confidence, and confines individuals to mediocrity. During times of crises like the Great Depression, it was fear, not merely economic failure, that extinguished more dreams than anyone could imagine. It wasn't solely the financial collapse that devastated lives. It was the fear that deterred individuals from taking action, from adapting, and from moving forward when it was most crucial. Fear is a primal instinct embedded in our minds to shield us from danger. Yet, in today's world, it has transformed into a psychological barrier that limits people's potential for success. Fears of failure, judgment, or rejection are not authentic threats. Nonetheless, they possess the capacity to undermine ambitions, break confidence, and prevent individuals from ever realizing their true capabilities. Those who achieve greatness learn to convert fear into strength. They don't allow fear to inhibit them. Instead, they harness it, acknowledging it as a sign that they are venturing beyond their comfort zones, ready to engage in something significant, something that could transform their lives. Rather than retreating, they view fear as a prompt for action. Consider this. Every remarkable success narrative is laced with instances of fear. Entrepreneurs who stake everything to launch a business, athletes stepping out onto playing fields before vast crowds, leaders making pivotal historical decisions, they all confront fear, yet they proceed regardless. They grasp that courage is not the absence of fear, but the drive to advance in spite of it. So, I ask you, yourself, what are you fearful of? Failure, judgment, rejection? That's actually a positive sign. It indicates you're on the right track. The things that you find most intimidating often hold the potential to transform your life. Fear serves as a signal that you are venturing into something greater than yourself, and that's precisely where you need to be. One of the greatest errors people make is thinking they have to eliminate fear before they can take action. They wait to feel ready, to feel assured, but that moment never arrives. Confidence is cultivated through action. The only way to quell fear is to confront what you're afraid of. Once you take that initial step, fear loses its hold. The more you push through it, the more it diminishes. The distinction between those who triumph and those who fail is straightforward. Successful individuals tackle their fears head-on and do not allow hesitation to deter them. They grasp that discomfort is inherent to growth and that risk is a prerequisite for progress. Whenever they experience fear, they remind themselves that fear is deceptive. It fabricates illusions of failure, but the only true failure lies in surrendering to it. History has shown us this repeatedly. During the Great Depression, countless individuals succumbed to fear, allowing it to dictate their choices. Conversely, those who dared to take risks, invest, and adapt were the ones who amassed wealth. While fear caused the masses to retreat, the fearless forged ahead, and the world rewarded their courage. This principle remains applicable today. The world belongs to those who take action despite their fears. Those who resist letting fear steer their lives are the ones who attain greatness. They welcome uncertainty, proceed even when the outcome is not assured, and as a result, they prosper. So, what will your decision be? Will you allow fear to govern your life, or will you harness it as motivation? The choice lies with you. Acknowledge the fear, yet proceed anyway, for beyond fear lies everything you've ever desired, and only those who persevere will witness it. The world won't believe in you if you don't first believe in yourself. Act as if you are exceptional. Walk, speak, and work with that mindset, and eventually the world will have no choice but to recognize you in that light. Success isn't a product of chance, it's a matter of choice. Today, I challenge you to decide, will you think and grow rich, or will you sit back and wait for success to find you? The decision is yours. Now carry yourself as if you are the best, and go seize your success.